Hi friends, it's Pam from Glam Junk Journals, and today we are continuing on in my series From Inspiration to Junk Journal. It's series number 11 and we are on part 4. And if you recall, the inspiration for my next journal is this gorgeous belt and this cabinet card. Isn't that just awesome? I just love that. So we're continuing on today. We've already created some file folder pocket pages, wallpaper journal pages, and some color blocking journal tags. So today I want to focus on envelopes. And I was inspired by Amity Bloom. I saw her do this quite a while ago in a video, and I thought, how cool is that? And I did create one of these envelopes, and let me show it to you. And we're going to take this on a little bit different route. Here is the envelope that I created. Look how awesome that is. Oh, and it's just a regular envelope. And for this journal, I am using 2 gorgeous kits from Ruby and Pearl, Creme Brulee and Rosie. Now this envelope, I'm going to go through this here, is tied together with a Sari silk ribbon. And I've put some ephemera on the front cover. But here is the envelope. Isn't that just gorgeous? And I did tuck some ephemera and a tag on the back side. But these are so fun and they're so quick to come together. So we're going to create one of these today. Now this particular envelope that I created, let me move this out of the way here. Whoops. This is a piece of regular copy paper, and this is a digital, one of the pages from Rosie. Isn't that beautiful? I love it. And the back side, now this was tissue paper, and let me show you this tissue paper. Is this beautiful or what? It's a cream and black toile pattern, and I absolutely love it. Now, if I remember correctly, I got this on Amazon, and if that's the case, I will put a link to it underneath in the description box because it was a really good price and you get a ton of it. And I have a hard time finding tissue paper where I like the patterns, and so I was super excited to find this one. So like I said, this one was created with a piece of copy paper with this gorgeous digital and the tissue paper. Today we are going to create one using a napkin. And going along with the same theme, you know, with my black and white and silver theme, I had one of these napkins in my stash and I just love the pattern. So what you're going to need is either some tissue paper or a napkin and a regular envelope. Any size, doesn't matter. Let's see, and then obviously any digital or print that you want to use to coordinate or, you know, contrast with whatever pattern you're going to be using. So on napkins, they're usually 2 or 3 ply. So I'm going to open this up and I am going to pull off the back. And what I do is take a piece of tape and kind of get to the corners, because sometimes the backs are hard to get off here. So what I'm going to do is stick it on the back, and as you can see, it pulls right off because you don't really want to tear the pattern part of the napkin here. It's okay if you do because you can always glue it back together. So I'm going to get this backing off of that, and you know, it's hard to tell. Sometimes there's only 2, sometimes there are 3, and I can tell on this one there is another backing, so we're going to get that one off also, and just be careful when you pull it off. But I found that the tape is the easiest way to get those layers to come apart. And as you can see, this is the final layer, so there isn't another backing on that. Let's just do it. This is so fun. And for this, I'm going to use a glue stick. So what I want to do is open up my envelope here, and I'm going to put glue on the whole thing. Now, what you could do is maybe just do, you know, the back side, or maybe just the flap here, and that would be awesome to mix two together. But I'm going to cover the whole thing just with one pattern. I'm going to move this out of the way here so I don't get any glue on it. Just go around, and I want to get, let me move this out of the way so I don't mess it up. I want to get a good amount on the whole thing. Get it all covered pretty well with the glue here. It's moving around on me. I want to get the edges as best I can. All right, move that out of the way. And then I am going to position this. I just want to make sure that my pattern is not sideways. So I want to make sure that I've got it so that it's straight across and it's not going diagonal or anything like that. And then I'm going to pat it down, and it already looks so pretty. Now this is a big napkin, so I can do a couple of these if I wanted to. All right, so I'm going to just make sure it's tucked down, and I wouldn't use anything, maybe a brayer on this, but I'm not going to use my what do you call this, bone folder, because I may tear it, because I can feel that it's pretty fragile. So I'm going to pull this up nice and easy, and then I'm just going to cut around the edges to get any extra off of there. So I'm going to cut around the edges here, just with my scissors here. You could probably use an X-Acto knife. I just thought of that. That might work too, but I want to get pretty close to the edges. And I'm going to go around the whole thing here. And it's okay if it's not exact. Everything in the junk journal world is not, does not have to be perfect. So there's that side. And I always have to move what I'm doing so it's oriented so that I can see it. These are so fun. Oh, and once you get all your little ephemera and your decorations on them, they're just so pretty. Although you don't have to do a lot of decorating, but you know me, I like to do a lot of that. And move that out of the way. And then as you can see along the side, I do want to get, you know, any of that edge off of there and around the edges here. Just want to get so that it's pretty close here. It's looking good. And it gives the envelope just such a pretty look. All right. So there is our envelope, and there is the back side. Now, as you can see right there, it is coming up a little bit. So I'm just going to get along the sides there and make sure that that's stuck down. Make sure that that's adhered pretty well there. Along the edge like so. So there's our back side. Look how pretty that is. Oh, it looks so good. So what I want to do now, I gotta grab something. Hold on just a second, guys. I'm going to get a piece of paper here, and this is just a scrap piece of paper. So we're going to put something on this side. So what I want to do is put something inside the envelope, and you'll see why in just a second. So what I've done is I've cut one of the digitals from Creme Brulee, and I've cut this picture out. Isn't that beautiful? And I thought it would pair really well with this silver. So I want to put that right there along the side. And the reason I put this inside the envelope is if I get any glue on the back of the interior of the envelope, it may stick together, and you know, I don't want that. So I'm going to go around the edges here, and I'm going to follow that line down. Get all that covered here again with the glue stick. All right, and make sure I get the edges. We can always come back again and, you know, clean those up if need be. And then this is cut to the size of my envelope here. Get that, make sure I'm in frame here. I want to make sure that it's fitting across the whole thing. Now on this side, I can use my bone folder here just to get out any of the bubbles and make sure it's lying flat. And then I'm going to move this out of the way. Hopefully it's not glued down. Like so. And there you have it. Now you could follow the lines of the V in the envelope if you wanted to do that. But I like this because you still have an opening right here, and it folds like so. Look how pretty that is. Oh my goodness. I love it, love it, love it. Now you could be finished, right? Look how awesome that is. But no, in my world, and I brought out some things that I am going to put on the envelope just to give it a little bit extra here. So what I did on my example is I took some lace and I created a belly band. We're going to do the same thing on the back of this one right here. And so I've got some toile that I've cut, and I could do a band like that, or I could do it across the middle. Now I don't know, because I'm also going to put a ribbon around the whole thing. So I don't know if this would impede the ribbon. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue that down. So I'm going to create a little tuck on the back side of the envelope here. So I'm going to take out my Fabri-Tac. And I'm going to make sure that this is right in the center. And I don't think my toile pattern has got a, you know, a top and a bottom or a right side up or anything like that. All right, so that is fabulous, just fabulous. Oh, this is so fun. Now what I'm going to do, and as you can see on this one, is I sewed around the whole thing. Now that's definitely an option, but I am going to do that with this particular envelope here. So stay with me, I'll be right back, and I'm just gonna sew around the edges. So hold on. All right, everyone, here it is. Look how fabulous this is. So some finishing touches. Oh, that's all these need. Oh, and they're so fun, you guys. I just love it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around the edges and distress with my walnut stain. Love that, just to give it a little bit of a vintage, you know, worn look. So I'm going to go across the crease and then along the back side here. Get that all distressed up and then go around the flap right along there, maybe on the back side a little bit. And then see, you've got a place right here to put some additional tags or a letter or whatever you want right on the interior. And look at this. I have this, this is from a Sari dress, and this embellishment, isn't this beautiful? I've been cutting it up and using it a lot, and I just think it's fabulous. And you know, the next time I go to a thrift store, I always look at dresses, but I'm definitely going to be looking for, you know, appliques and things that are on dresses, and, you know, look at all the sizes too in the inventory, and you never know what you're going to find, and they're so fun to cut up. And that is what I used on my example also. So I'm going to glue that down, and I thought that would look fabulous on there. Other things that would look good is a little cluster, a button, put some buttons on there, a pin. Oh, possibilities are endless, you guys. All right, so I'm going to get out my piece of paper here and protect the back side of that just in case I get some glue on the other side. I don't want to mess up my envelope here. So I don't know exactly how I want to put that on there, because I kind of like it a little, a little off center, so it's hanging off of the side there. Now see, I did get a little bit on the back of that, so let's see, I don't know. Let me see if I can get out a wipe here. Get the back side of that. That off of there so my envelope doesn't stick together where it's not supposed to, right? Okay, I'll put that back on. All right. Yeah, I got a little bit too much glue right there, but I'm going to get that off and let that dry. And from here, all we need to do is put it all together. So on the back side, I thought I could add maybe a postcard. You put some tags on the side. Oh, it's going to look so good. And then a postcard and some vintage ephemera right along there, like so. Doesn't that look good, you guys? And all tied up with some polka dotted Sari ribbon. How pretty is this? Oh my gosh, I love it. It looks so good, you guys. Oh, and I love the neutral colors that I've got with this envelope. And so what's so inspiring to me is if you look at maybe, you look at a napkin and then you just build from the color scheme on the napkin, or part of a gorgeous digital kit like the ones that I'm using from Ruby and Pearl, and just, build from there. It's so fun. But how much fun are these? And they're going to look so good in my journal, and I'm super excited about it. It's all coming together, and I am going to see my daughter and her family and my new grandson. I get to see him. He's almost 9 months old. Can you guys even believe it? So I am going to do the flip through when I return, and thank you so much for being here with me today, and have fun making some of these envelopes. They're so easy. Just grab some napkins and some tissue paper and some, scrapbook paper or digitals, and have fun with it. So thanks for being here with me today, and I will see you very soon. Bye.